Hey guys, this is Doug here and welcome to today's video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you a complete run through of the caves from waves 1 to 63 with the new spawns that were released about a week ago as of date. Also, I should note that if you want to skip around in the video, if you want to watch one certain part or maybe even just skip to the JAD fight, you can do so by checking the description where I will have notable time link thingies where you can click on and it'll take you right to that destination in the video. And although this video is not a guide, I still want to show you guys exactly what I do, exactly what I bring, and exactly how my account is built. So maybe it'll help other adventurers like me as well. Now my account is a Zerker peer, which means I am 45 defense. However, I am 92 range, pretty much means I can out DPS anything that will do damage to me in the cave, whether or not I'm praying. Now as far as prayer, I'm only 52. It is not necessary to be higher than maybe 40 or 43, but higher is recommended because you will use far less prayer potions than I do. I'm also 96 HP, which means I will hopefully not get one hit by JAD as long as I'm brewed over my limit. Now as far as my inventory goes, I bring 6 Ceridome brews, 2 super restores, 1 stamina potion, 1 ranging potion, and the rest prayer potions. I also bring a Ceridome God sword, but it is not necessary to bring one. I only bring it because it is a lot better healing than the blowpipe special, and it also heals prayer as well as HP. As far as Ceridome brews, the trick to drinking these is probably to get around half of your HP and then drinking 3 sips of Ceridome brew. It'll bring your stats down except for defense. It'll bring your HP back up. Now the trick to combat it, bringing your stats down, is you also bring super restores. Now you only need to drink 1 sip of super restore per 3 sips of Ceridome brew. So that's why I have it in a 1:3 ratio. As you can see, I bring 2 super restores per, 6 Ceridome brews. As far as gear goes, this is pretty much the max setup I can bring, being that I'm only 45 defense. Now if you are a higher defense, such as 70, you can substitute the dragon hide for Carol's or other range armor that's suitable for your level. However, I do have the best boots currently, the best gloves, and the best ring. Pretty much the best amulets. And I'm on Slayer task, so I bring a Slayer Helm Eye, which means I do 15% better damage against monsters on my task. And of course, you bring the accumulator for the so you don't lose all your ammunition. And then I bring a blowpipe because it is pretty much the fastest way to get through the caves right now. I use adamant darts, and it also uses Zora scales. I use about 7% scales at 92 range and on task. You might use more scales depending on your range level. I would recommend bringing probably around 15 to 20% just to be safe. As far as the darts, I use about 500 per cave, but like I said, I'm 92 range and on Slayer task, so you'll probably end up using maybe 1,000 or even more. So I'd at least bring 1,000, maybe even 2,000. Now that I've covered my stats, inventory, and gear, let's get to the cave. Here we go. Wave 1. The moment I've been waiting for. This is going to be a shit ton laggy here too because I'm on recording instead of flat out. See, I'm getting 10 frames per second right now. This is great. When I start off the cave, I typically just stand in the middle, throw on a ranged prayer. Now in the fight cave, I will typically go through almost all of my prayer potions if I keep the ranged prayer on the whole time. You can do this or you can choose not to. It doesn't really make too much of a difference. I find I one-hit stuff a lot easier when I do though, so I like to have it on. Also make sure your blowpipe is on rapid, not accurate. Now depending on which monsters spawn per wave, you want to kill a certain monster in specific order. Try to take out the level 22s first because even though they barely hit anything, they drain 1 prayer point per attack they hit. Like even if they hit a 0. So it's probably one of the most important things to take out first and quickest. When the 90s come out, I turn on range protect. It's not really necessary, but since I'm 45 defense, they do like to hit through me like steam, so I tend to turn that on just to save me some HP. As I stated earlier in the video, this fight cave is recorded while doing the new spawns. The new spawns are really bad because they're completely random now. Like, you'll have a certain combination of monsters, and then you'll have another combination of monsters, where before it was every new thing would spawn in the same corner. For example, like the first cave, I would come in and there would be level 22 right in the middle. Every new monster would spawn in the middle as well. Other monsters wouldn't spawn there, but like every new monster. So every time it would go up like a tier, I guess, from level 22 to 45, the first thing would always spawn right in the middle. This isn't always the case. I mean, there were certain combinations of caves. You can get them spawning in the northeast. You can get them spawning in the southeast, southwest. They wouldn't spawn in the northeast though. First double 90 wave, and that hit wasn't really that great. Neither was that one. This is probably the worst I've done so far. Albeit my FPS is really low, it is really hard to concentrate. Now this is the first wave in which we will see a 180. The 180s, they like to heal themselves if they're in melee range, so I like to lure them around this rock here. There are certain rocks in the cave which you can lure stuff around. This is one of my favorites because it works on every side except for the north side. You can't lure stuff around the north side because they will just walk around the corner, but if you get them trapped onto this corner, they'll not be able to move past you. You can safely range the 180 until it's dead. These are also great to heal up on if you have the Ceridonian Godsword because they do have, how much is it, 90? 80 HP. And you can hit probably around mid 40s, high 50s if you have prayers on and stuff like that. It's really good for healing. Yeah, see, that was a mistake. You don't want to go out too far with the blowpipe because it has a really short range. You'll only probably be 3 or 4 squares from the monster you're trying to fight, and you will get hit pretty much. If you're in melee range, you will get hit. Here's an example of running around this corner. See, as it can't hit me now. However, the 180 is going to be walking up pretty soon, and he's going to want to fight me. So, quickly finish that off, and then run around this corner again. Not be able to touch me. Oh shit. Being that the spawns are completely random, sometimes monsters will spawn right on top of you and you will not be expecting it, like I was there. So be careful of that. Always look closest to where your spawn is. Always watch out for the spawns that are near you, as you might get wrecked, as you saw me do in the last wave. Alright, another little tip here is when you see two of the same monster, as right here you see two of the 40, well, one of the 45s is dead now, but there were two 45s. That means the next tier of level is going to be on the next wave. So being that there are two 45s, there's going to be a 90 next wave, and it's probably going to try to range me to death, but I'm not going to let it do that. This is a good spawn because I can safely range. Maybe I can't. Oh yeah, it's safe. Alright, never mind. I was scared there. Safely ranged the 90 while the 180 was trapped behind the wall. You'll notice later in the video that I will probably mess up a lot of spawns because, well, they're completely random now, so I don't know what's spawning where. So I don't know what to anticipate, but I will have it to where it's like I'll be getting hit by all three sides of the combat triangle at the same time, and it won't be too fun. Another fun spot I like to use is right over here. This is the only wall that works on the west side, so where you can lure these against. If you try to lure it against here or against over there, it does not work. They will walk around the wall and try to fight you. Also, I apologize if you guys hear my grandparents. My mic is really good at picking up sound, especially if it's across the house. And if your ears start bleeding from them singing, I do not have insurance to cover your ears, and I'm sorry about that. Also, I'm about to die. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh shit. See, this is terrible. This is only the beginning, and I'm already getting wrecked. So it's gonna walk around this corner as well, and fuck this. Alright. So now this one is trapped right there, and I can safely kill this one without being harassed by that one anymore. That was a really bad lure attempt, and you probably shouldn't do that. As far as the north safe spots, you can safe spot along this wall and along this wall. You can't go along this wall though. As you saw, it walked right around and it was able to fight me. Here's an example of the north wall lure spot. I'll simply stand here and the 180 will not be able to attack while I take care of the rest of them. I really miss that the caves were so predictable before. Now it's just they throw random monsters at you and pretty much wish you good luck. Now it's like, yeah, you gotta kind of be on your top guard, I guess you can say. I'm going to lure this one right there and then walk the 90 to where it will still be stuck in the wall and I can safely range it. As far as the 22, I'll just take that out right now because I don't want that draining my prayer, and then I'll get to the 90. You can also lure monsters behind other monsters. However, as the spawns are random now, it is a lot harder to anticipate where monsters are going to spawn, and it will make luring around certain monsters harder because you don't know where it's going to come from. Alright, so there's a 180 there. I'm assuming the 90 is in the southeast. Be walking my way, trying to fight me soon. In the meantime, I will just leave the prayer on, being that I can't reach the 90 right now. I burped. Being that I can't reach the 90 right now, I'll simply have to take out the 180 first because that is what will do the more damage to me. And then take out anything that can fight me first. Since I am protected from range, I don't need to worry about the 90. Alright, so I have a 45 walking my way with a 90 quickly coming up behind him. So right now I do not need range prayer because it'll be stuck behind the 45. As soon as the 45 is dead though, oh shit, there's another one trying to make its way around. Kill the one that's able to fight me first. Kill the second one. Turn range prey on because 90 will be able to walk around the corner now. Turn off the range prey. Finish the 90. However, I do realize that I do need to heal, and my special attack is all the way back up, so I will do a quick little spec there. A little tip about this is if you're really desperate and you have a special for it, you can always get into melee range of the healer, keep your protect from melee prayer on, and have it heal up on itself, and then use the spec again if you desperately need like the healing by the next wave. Now for this wave is relatively simple. I got a pretty easy spawn. I can simply walk behind the 90, the 180 will get stuck, and then I can take care of the 180. Well, I guess it didn't get stuck, but I can take care of the 180 now as it gets stuck behind the lure wall. Now, being that there were two 90s, that means there's two 180s next. And that was a terrible, terrible spawn. But I can make do with it. Simply walk around the corner, and bam, they're both stuck now. And this is the reason why I bring the adrenaline potion. If you take a look, my fucking run is down to 6, now 7. Although I'm not going to be doing much running because the 360 wave is next. I will still drink an adrenaline potion just so I don't run out of run. No pun intended. Anyway, yes, as soon as I take this 180 down, it's recommended to turn Mage Prey on. Because if you don't, you will get smacked with 60s by the 360. And being that you do not know where it's going to spawn now, it can come up right on you. As far as the spawns go, there are, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 spawns now. There's one in the northeast, southeast, and southwest corner, or no, I can't read a compass right now. There's one in the northeast, no, shit, northwest. Okay, never mind. I really wish I could edit that out. There's one in the northwest, one in the southwest, one in the southeast, and then one in the middle, and then one in the south middle-ish. I think there might be some in the northeast, although that is not used as much. I know there wasn't before, but I think they might have changed it to where some monsters may come from the northeast now if there's too many to spawn at once. Although I'm not 100% sure on that. The first few waves with the 360 are relatively simple. It's pretty much like going through the start of the caves again, starting at level 22s, except you have to keep Mage Prey on this time and just make sure you don't run out of prayer. As always, take care of stuff as it comes, in the order of best efficiency. For example, if you have a 360 that spawns right up on you, and then you saw those two level 22s, don't go hunting for the 22s. Let them come to you, because they will. You can get some damage in on the 360 while you're waiting for the 22s to venture across the cave. By this time, I also take about my first sip of the range potion. I didn't the first 30 or so waves because I just really, it's not really necessary. But once you start getting these higher HP leveled monsters, it's better to have, well, the best efficiency to take them out. So, yeah, that's kind of why I drink the range potion. Also, these 360s do use melee. If you're lucky, you might actually see me get hit by a melee attack from a 360 and hopefully live through it to tell the tale. It is pretty brutal, so don't get in melee range. It's kind of hard to do so with the blowpipe because it is such a short distance. As you can see, I can't get any farther than that. Which makes JAD a little bit more intimidating too, because it pretty much takes up like half of your screen, and all you're doing is sitting there looking at this thing a few steps away from it. And if it melees you, you're dead. Well, you're not for sure dead, but it hits up to like 101 or some 102 or something with melee. So you better be careful of that. here are where things are going to start getting a little bit complicated. As you can see, there are two 45s, which means there is a ranger to spawn the next wave. Now, being that there are going to be 360s until pretty much the end of the cave, until JAD phase, I will have to deal with other monsters while I have Mage Prey on. I won't be able to have Range Prey and Mage Prey on, and it will be necessary to pray Mage because, well, obviously this can 2-hit me, whereas the Rangers, they won't be able to. Being that the spawns are random as well, you don't know where they're going to spawn, so it's best to have Mage Prey on, and hopefully you get like a lucky lure around a wall, or just take out the Ranger as fast as possible. As you see, the Ranger did spawn with southwest. Yes, I got that right this time. And the best thing to do is just quickly take it out as fast as you can while having Mage Prey on, because it is the only thing that can do damage to you right now. It's the best thing to do. If you don't have it on, I would also advise turning on the Eagle Eye Prayer, just so you can hopefully 2-hit these like I just did. Now, as my HP is getting sort of low, around 44-ish, it's probably a good idea to use a brew. However, I'm probably going to try to tank it out and hopefully get some lucky Stardom and God Sword specs here in a second when I do take out another 45, or 90. Not 45. Be a lot easier if they were only level 45, but sadly they're not. So let's try to find a 90 real quick. There's one. Sometimes I'll hit a 40 and hopefully heal through all that. Wasn't that lucky this time. Although I think the Stardom and God Sword spec heals for what you could have hit, not what you do hit. So for example, if a monster only has 10 HP, like the level 22s, it will heal for what you would have hit besides what you actually do hit, which is the 10. So I'm actually going to try that theory and hopefully it will work out, because I'm not fixing the, it would be actually, no, I'm just gonna keep, hopefully get a lucky spec on one of these. Probably not going to, but yeah, like I said. There's a 90 on his way to mess me up, and dead. Haha. Gotta love those waves where you don't take any damage. Watch out for the winged flying thing coming your way. If you want to try to get lucky, you can do as I'm doing and try to hide behind walls, and hopefully the monsters that are trying to fight you won't, try to fight you. This isn't really working for me right now because I'm still getting pretty much my ass handed to me by the 90 as well as the 360 at the same time, and that took a big chunk out of my HP, and that is not good. However, I'm going to attempt to spec this level 45, and hopefully that'll heal me some decent HP there. Didn't do as good as I thought. Shoot. Let's see, there's a 45. Oh my god, next wave is gonna be death if I don't heal up soon. So after I'm done taking out these, I'll quickly get on the 90. Alright, the 90 is probably stuck behind the 360, so I'll run out there and hopefully, no shit, he's actually stuck behind the wall, which is a good thing. However, I might have screwed that up. Typically when you have stuff that's stuck behind walls that will damage you, keep them behind those walls. It is beneficial as you can take out other things while the monster is over on the other side of the wall waiting for you. See, now I can take out the 360 without being harmed by the 90, and yeah, I'll probably have to brew up before the I go over there and try to take that one out, because it can pretty much kill me in 3 hits right now. And if you did see, there were 2 45s this wave, which means that there are double 90s next wave, and that's gonna suck because 2 360s, or no, not 2 360s. There's only one 360, thankfully. There's one 360 and 2 90s, which mean I gotta get a lucky spawn, or I'm gonna get my ass handed to me. The mage prey on. Hopefully, I get a good little thing here. I might be able to make something out of this if I go around here. There's a 90 over there. So the 2 90s, the 360 will be stuck behind the wall, so I can quickly turn on range prey and take out the 2 90s that are trying to attack me without being harmed. However, I did take a pretty good beating there at the beginning, about 21 life points worth. Life points? That's RuneScape 3 talk. What am I doing? Anyway, I am up a fair bit of special attack, so I'm going to go hopefully get a good spec on this. 10 HP right there without wasting any supplies. How great. Alright, now that I am done with the 90s, I'm free to take out the 360 without taking any more damage. Now, being that there were 2 90s, it means there is a 180 next spawn. And we'll be able to see where he spawns right there. Alright, so best thing to do during these, they're a bit easier. These waves are a bit easier because you don't need to worry about 90s messing you up. Simply stand in a spot. Once you see the spawn, kind of assess what you need to do and then take action. For example, I saw the 180 running, so I ran behind the 360, and the 180 got stuck behind the 360. As soon as this one dies, turn off the prayer right about now. You want to make sure it's dead first before you turn off prayer. I've made a mistake where it got one more hit on me before it died, and it ended up costing me about 40 life points. There I go, saying life points again. And it wasn't too good. easily take out the 180 by doing the little safe spot there. But yes, as I stated before, always make sure you have Mage Prey on throughout all of waves 31 through 62. Unless you have it stuck behind a wall or something, you will get owned by the mage spell. So keep that prey on. Do not let it go off. It has been the death of me more than once. The only downfall about the blowpipe is that you cannot range far. If you were able to do stuff like at a farther length, it'd be so easier because I'd be able to take out a 360, turn off prayer, then take out the 180, saving a few prayer points. However, it's not really that necessary considering how fast the blowpipe is in general. But it would just be nice because I wouldn't always be in the melee zone of the stuff I'm luring. There's a 180 coming around the corner there, so get that stuck. Once again, I'm sorry if you hear my grandparents. They are kind of loud. And I don't know, they might add some comic relief there. I'm hoping. Anyway, all the monsters are dead for this spawn, so I simply run out to the 360 and quickly range that down. Also, when you have some free time in the cave, make sure you drop about 2 to 3 vials. You want to have an inventory space open for a fire cape, inventory space open for some Tokul, and an inventory space open just in case you receive a pet. Now, the pet should follow you like right out of the cave without going into your inventory or anything. However, if that's not the case, if the pet does not follow you, it will go into your inventory. If you have a full inventory, you simply won't receive the pet, which if you get a pet drop, that's really bad because you pretty much just blew a 1 in 100 chance on task. And then a 1 in 200 chance off a task. You can also sacrifice the fire cape and chances of receiving a pet, although those chances are really low too, about 1 in 200 as stated before. What I do is I complete a Slayer task. I only do fight caves on Slayer tasks because I really can't be asked to do this off task. It costs too much and it's just too time consuming and too mind numbing, I guess. I don't know. But I do the Slayer task is really good XP, 25k for completing the fight cave, and then you get a little XP for each of the monsters you kill in the cave as well. Now, if I was smart, I would have healed up on that one, but I didn't. It's okay, I got the next wave. See, when wave 53 hits, that's when shit's gonna hit the fan. Because I will have all 3 sides of the combat triangle trying to take me down at the same time. And that's gonna be really bad. See, the hardest part of the cave, on the contrary to popular belief, is not JAD, it is actually the waves leading up to JAD. Because if you were able to just do JAD, I'm sure plenty of people would be able to do it a lot easier than going through the whole entire cave again and then doing JAD. Because, well, you got the cave, and then cave is pretty much a hassle. You use a bunch of supplies going through all that stuff. And then you have JAD, and then that's what demotivates people because it takes a while to get there. It does take a while to get there. Let me try to heal up on this real quick. Turn on some melee prayers. Maybe get a high spec. I got a 15. Isn't too bad, but I'd really prefer more. I'm going to try it one more time. And I got a 16, which is a little better, yet not as much as I wanted. Don't buy a Ceratoma God Sword. They kind of suck. You only hit high maybe like once in your life and then never again. Although I'm kind of kidding about that. It's really nice to have, even though it really isn't mine. Thanks, Jack. I promise I won't, steal it or anything. But anyway, a little insider there. But yes, shout out to Jack, who has given me the sword, not given it to me to keep personally, but given it to me just to use for Slayer and other stuff like that. It really does help with other things. And although I can afford one myself if I really wanted to, it's just I don't want to sell my bank for one. I like having gear. Once again, make sure your prayer doesn't run out. I was running quite low there and I didn't notice until the last second. And if you're running low on prayer potions, feel free to turn off the range thing. I don't use it all the time. I just use it when times are getting kind of rough. For example, the next wave, wave 53, I will probably turn it on and try to take out the ranger as fast as possible if I do get a shit spawn. Now I'm gonna kind of want to bring this 360 closer because I'm gonna try to get a lucky spawn, although it's probably not gonna happen. I'm hoping a monster will spawn behind here so I won't have to burp again. JK. So I won't have to worry about one of the monsters coming up and attacking me. However, this plan can backfire, as I've seen like 360, 90 spawn and 180 spawn all on the south end, and they would all just come and wreck me at the same time, and it's just not a good time. So as soon as this thing dies, I will be running it backwards as far as I can and hopefully getting a good spawn. And shit, I did not get a good spawn. As you can see, I got hit by the 180, and what I predicted pretty much came true. I got the 180, the 90, and the 360 all in the southern spawns, and they all did wreck me. Look at me. I should just predict waves from now on, and hopefully that'll do me a little better than actually fucking doing them. Shit, dude. Alright, so as you saw, I got wrecked really fast. You do not want to get wrecked really fast because then you will die. So yeah, let's not do that. Now that one's dead. I'm going to save spot it from here. I see I have a special ready to go, so I will turn on a special attack, turn on my melee prayers, and hopefully hit something good. Hopefully hit something good. Fuck, it's a 23. I did not invest in a rune sim. I invested in a Ceratoma God Sword. Why are you doing this to me? Oh my god. Okay, so anyway, turn off those prayers. Quickly realize that the 180 is dying and turn on your range, or mage prayer, not range. See, now I'm seeing no monsters. Okay, I see the 180. Run on this corner here, get the 180 stuck there, and then I can probably get the 90 stuck. I see the 360 has found me. That means the 90 is probably on his way soon, and yep, there it is. So you kind of want to get that there. Don't worry about the 180 walking this way because it won't be able to attack me. There's not enough space to get his fat ass through the crack there. Oh shit, I don't know why that happens. I always tend to misclick and it likes to walk under the monsters and get into melee range for some reason. Now 360 is dead. I can safely turn off the mage prayer, and it looks like it is time for another special. So here we go. I hit it too. See, like I said earlier in the video, it does not help that much. It does help somewhat when it does spec, but most of the time it'll just hit like nothing because it hates me. See, I saw the 90 right off the bat and it is able to attack me. I'm gonna try to get lucky. Hopefully maybe stuff will get stuck behind it. Oh shit, there is a fucking 180 coming up. At this point in time, I am not really too concerned about the level 22 draining my prayer. Yes, I am, because I just fucking ran out of prayer and I'm gonna be hit. There we go. Luckily, that wasn't too bad. This is by far the worst cave I've ever done in my life so far. Well, probably not the worst, but this is the worst task I've done on this game. By far the worst, because I'm about to get owned. I just got really lucky there. That 360 could have meleeed me and it could have ended my life, but thankfully it didn't. And this is why this video is not a guide. By far, this is why it's not a guide. I don't know, maybe I should stop talking. I think I'll do that. Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking now, unless it's absolutely necessary. Hopefully my run will get a little bit better. So, I'm sorry, but I will talk when it is necessary, and hopefully you guys won't hate me. That lure was partially successful. Still got hit a little bit. Not too bad. Now I can safely turn range prey on as the 360 dies. Let's try to spec this 45, and there's a good hit. I went from like 70 something I think to now 91 HP. This is why it's worth bringing, and it also restored a pretty good chunk of my prayer points as well. Ceridome God Sword on spec heals 1/2 of whatever you would have hit, not what you did hit, and it also heals 1/4 of that to your prayer. So for example, if you hit a 40, it will restore you 20 HP and 10 prayer points. See, the 90 is stuck behind something. The 90 is stuck behind the 360, which is really good. I'm just hoping the 180 is stuck as well, which it is. Now the next wave is going to suck is wave 60, because there will be 2 level 90s, one 360, one 180, and they are just going to have a blast trying to kill me. .360 is now dead. Turn on the range prayer. and wait for the 90 to start attacking. My special attack is up enough to do another special, but I'm not going to do it right now because I am at a moderate HP level. Don't have to worry about getting hit too much right now, or getting the special in right now. So I'll save it for later. Turning this prayer on and waiting again in this corner. Hopefully I get another good spawn. Looks okay so far. 180 is stuck behind the 45. The 90 is close behind. So quickly take out that 90. Doesn't really matter if you get hit by the 45. Even if you're low defense, it doesn't take out that much HP. So now that the 90 is dead, you can safely take out all the other monsters without too much worry of getting your HP down, as stated before. Also, little known fact, but my first fight cave took me 16 attempts over 4 years to finally complete one. This was back in actual 2007. Over 2007 till about late 2011, early 2012 is when I first got my fire cape, and I think made a video about that back in 2012 if you care to check out that video. But yes, it was when I got my first fire cape, and then they came out with the fight kiln like a month later. I was pretty mad because my new best cape in the game was second to best, and it didn't really make me mad because I got the cape pretty soon after it was released, because I became more efficient at JAD, I guess you can say, and the kiln does feature 7 of them, so I've done more JADs than you can even imagine now. Alright, let's see, the 90 is stuck. Actually, the 360 is stuck, so if I knew what I was doing there, I could have just turned range prey on and negated all of that damage, but instead I got too scared and poopy pantsed my way onto the prey mage. Now this is the reason why I saved my special. The next wave is going to be 2 90s, 1 180, 1 360. And they are all going to try their best to kill me as soon as they can. So in efforts to combat that, I will get my HP as high as I can so I don't take a lot of damage and have to panic, drink all my brews, and actually save some for JAD, if I actually do need them. So I'm going to take one special out. Actually, you know what? Let's go out there. Let's try to take it out on the 45 first. And I hit the 1. Okay. That didn't work out as well. Let's try that one more time. Hopefully we get a good hit. Healed 10 HP. Not too bad. Still not enough though, in my opinion. But oh well, we'll try to tank it out. Hopefully it'll work. All depends on the spawn. If I get a good spawn, I should be fine. If I don't, then I'm fucked. But this is probably the hardest wave before JAD. Wave 60. Wish me luck. There's 190. Quickly take that one out first. Hoping another one got stuck behind that wall. Doesn't look like that happened. Well, the 180 didn't get stuck anyway. Shit. Okay, the 90 is stuck behind the wall. However, I might get... Yeah, that's not happening. Quickly run around the corner here because I'm getting myself owned. Yeah, that was a really bad spawn. I probably could have done something better there, but it didn't end up happening. However, I can simply range pray now that I have this little safe spot active. And quickly take this 90 out. And as soon as that's done, turn on the mage protect. I'm still talking. Why am I still talking? Ah, shit. Okay. I should concentrate. Alright, now that the 360 is dead, I can quickly walk around this corner. Don't want to run out there too far because I will get meleeed and that would be a bad time. From here though, it is relatively easy until JAD. Wave 61 will be 2 180s and a 360, and then wave 62 will be 2 level 360s. And it doesn't really matter where they spawn, just as long as you know how to lure them around the corners. For example, there's a 180 there, which I can get stuck. Actually, no, I can't get stuck. They're both not getting stuck, so I'm going to run to my happy ass around the 360. Hopefully they both get stuck. Nope, they won't. So, got to take refuge on the other rock, and hopefully they get stuck here, which they will. Yes. See, that was probably the worst spawn for this wave. They were both able to walk around the rock instead of get stuck like I wanted them to. And although one escaped around the 360, one did get trapped, so I'm thankful for that. I'm also thankful for that 0 it hit on me too. In preparation for JAD, I like to turn off my turn off the private chat, not turn off the private chat. I like to clear the private chat so I don't have my eyes all distracted. And then I'll do my last preparations on wave 62. Alright, wave 62 is active, and I am not seeing any of the spawns. Alright, here we go. Double 360s. It is time for you to die. I don't know why, but I still get nervous to this day. I still get nervous trying to fight JAD. I have no clue why. I've done it so many times. It's just one of those things, I guess. Those 16 attempts over the 4 years that I was a failure. Anyway, on to the last monster you will fight before JAD. Now this orange 360 I've found is typically where the JAD will spawn. This orange 360 spawned here, so I'm suspecting JAD will spawn there as well. However, I don't know if this is 100% accurate, but the past 5 caves I've done with the new spawns, the JAD has spawned where the orange Zerk has spawned. So always kind of keep your camera in that angle. Take out a big chunk of its HP first, and then make your final preparations as you prepare to take on the final battle, that is the JAD, and hopefully you win. I like to get the Zerk down to about 50 to 40 HP. Considering the high DPS of the blowpipe, you can take that last few HP down in a matter of seconds. Keep your auto retaliate off just in case you don't have to auto attack it, and then the poison will also do damage to it, so you got to be quick here. I like to brew over 100. My max is actually at 112. So I'll drink a super restore after I'm at 112. It'll bring my stats back up to normal. And then I also like to drink a range potion. And hopefully that won't mess up. I also like to top off my prayer points and also make sure that I am pretty much 100% ready to go. If by some chance the JAD does not spawn there, I also like to have the sounds, holy shit, that's loud. I like to have the sounds on just in case I don't see it, and yeah, that would suck. So I'm gonna stop talking now. Hopefully you guys will be able to see what I do. I'll probably go over it after this little fight here. But yeah, wish me luck. Here goes JAD. Shit, that's fucking loud. As you can see, the healers are out already, which means that you should get them off of JAD as soon as possible. Being that the blowpipe is a short range, you gotta, oh shit. Gotta make sure you walk around JAD instead of through JAD. Keep in mind that prayer switching is in your best favor. You want to make sure you have that prioritized. Make sure you don't get one hit by the healers either. Well, the healers can't one hit you, but they will take a considerable amount of damage from you as well. Fuck, I missed that. I'm gonna die. Holy shit. Alright, maybe I won't die. See, if you do happen to get hit by a JAD attack, do not panic. Make sure you have your prayer switching prioritized and eat last, or eat second. Because if you mess up another prayer switch, you're pretty much as good as dead. And there you have it. JAD is now dead, and that was probably the worst cave I have ever done in my life. But yes, as you saw there, I turned on the range prey at the start of the wave just in case, because you're able to hear the mage attack coming and you can quickly switch to the magic prayer if you don't, if you're not like prepared. However, the JAD did spawn where the orange Zerk did spawn, so I'm assuming that's where it will spawn from now on. So always just watch out for the orange 360 spawn, and then keep your camera over there. If it's different for you, let me know in the comments, and I will keep doing more caves and finding out if that's accurate for myself or not. But the past 6 caves have been to where it is at the orange Zerk spawn. And now I will exchange my cape for chance at a JAD pet, which I did not get one. Thankfully, because you guys would probably go deaf from me screaming if I did get one. But yes, anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, shit. It's a video I don't do quite often, so make sure you give it a thumbs up or a like or whatever. Make sure you tell your friends if they're having struggles with the fight caves like I did throughout that whole fight cave. Like I said, it's not a guide. You gotta be really careful. And yeah, that's about it for this video. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can leave them down in the comment section below, inbox me through YouTube, or even PM me in game. My name is Stone Sour, and I hope you enjoyed this video, me rambling and whatnot, and I'm sorry you had to listen to me for that long. It's something I wouldn't want to do. Yes, as always, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys on RuneScape. Good luck on JAD if you decide to go for it, and I'll talk to you guys on RuneScape, like I said before. Bye.